Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madison Square Garden, located in the capital of the world, home of the New York Yankees, the Statue of Liberty, and statutory rape. Tonight we bring you the greatest supergroup in the history of popular music. For one night only, fresh off a sold-out tour of England and Iceland. Their debut album, Parts of Me, sold over 7 million copies, and their last album, Missing Something, debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts with an astonishing 4 million copies sold in its first week alone. Rolling Stone magazine raved, "We've seen a lot of girl bands, and this is definitely one of them." Ladies and gentlemen, apart, they are nothing. Together, they are Cosmos!
Javelin! Hammer!
So you say I'm Montgomery? Well, I'd like to believe you. Lord knows I'm in good rejection. But I'm not sure you can keep it going all night long. Don't need no OBGYN. You know, old boy gone young now. I need a horny 18-year-old hopped up on amphetamines with a vast knowledge of the Kama Sutra. You know what I'm saying?
When I was a little girl, I never imagined I would become so successful. Now I'm idolized by hundreds of thousands of people from around the world, from Mexicans to Chinamen. I even have a doll of my likeness. Everyone who knew me thought I would fail. Look at me now, 25 and living the dream. Oh, yes. Right now, at this very moment, I have more money than each and every one of you combined. I mean, you can sell all your cars, your jewelry, your houses, double the value of all of it. I'd still have at least twice as much as each and every one of you. Just the cold hard truth. Of course, I know saying that makes you think that I'm obsessed with money, which I'm not. I mean, we did not have a lot growing up, but what we lacked in money, we made up for in love. Lots of love. Whether we fucking wanted it or not, but that's not the point. The point is I'm rich as hell. Oh, and I have a secret. Nobody, oh, excuse me. Nobody knows that I'm pregnant. Okay, not yet, but I'm trying. I've been consulting a fertility doctor, and with the help of a dear, musically minded friend, I hope to be inseminated within the next 2 years. After our next major tour and before the next album, it's just so hard finding time for everything. But with my hectic rehearsal schedule and a barrage of high-energy performances, I mean, we don't just sing. We take our audience on a roller coaster ride around the world. From the mountains of Chile to the valleys of Iceland, where we have our strongest and most supportive fan base. When I was a little girl, probably 12 or 13, my father took me by the hand one day and he said, Amanda, you're very talented. You don't have the best looks and you don't have the best brain, and you were literally born with 6 toes on 1 foot. But what you lack in intelligence, grace, and appearance, you make up for in tenacity and spunk. And I know one day, you are going to be the most beautifully talented, coordinated girl in the world. And I'd like to think that after all this time, I had not let my dear father down. But if I did, it doesn't matter, because he's deader than a sack of hammers.
She's always been a little high-strung, even as a little girl. That's right. The ladies of Cosmos did not become friends overnight. No, we've known each other since middle school and have been singing together ever since. When we were in the 7th grade, we formed a group called Emerging Visions. And we were just about the greatest thing Herbert Hoover Junior High ever saw. We would primarily perform the songs of Mrs. Patsy Cline, but would occasionally throw in a little Doris Day or Etta James, you know, the heck of it. See, but we didn't just sing some songs and do some dances. No. It was a performance. See, nothing was ever more touching than watching Javelin reenact the tragic plane crash which took her life. She used ketchup to simulate the blood, and an old dried up piece of rawhide to represent Loretta Lynn. And just as the papier-mâché airplane would strike the ground, Gold Star would toss musical notes made out of construction paper up into the air, and as the musical notes touched the ground, the entire audience would cover their mouths. Exactly at how professional, uplifting 3 middle school girls could be. Now, our Etta James routine always was a little controversial, but Gold Star didn't mind putting the shoe polish on her face. No. And we thought it sent a valuable message about tolerance. So, when we got into high school, we changed our name to Sodom and Glamora. We had a brief stint at Slut Party. And then we finally ended up as Disciples of Funk. Now, this was about the same time that we all started learning various musical instruments. Javelin learned to play the electric guitar. She's great. Gold Star took up the drums, and I discovered that I have a very fine talent of using my voice to replicate the sound of just about any woodwind. Unfortunately for me, there aren't that many funk songs that require the use of a woodwind, so I primarily stuck to the occasional, tambourine solo and the periodic use of the kazoo. I am still told that my rendition of Sunshine Day by a bunch of Brady's is the finest musical arrangement ever transmitted from plastic to eardrum. So, when we got out of high school, we started performing at local bars and clubs, and it was right after our third post-high school performance that we were discovered by Chaz and thrust into the limelight. Oh, but before Chaz would even consider taking us on, he insisted that we change our name from Disciples of Funk, but it really wasn't such a tough thing to do since we didn't really do anything particularly, funky-fied. So, we thought about new band names for days and days, and then suddenly, one night, I remembered my very first cat named Cosmos. It followed me home from school one day, and I hid it in a closet so my mom wouldn't find it. It was black all over and had little white socks on each of its feet. It was so cute. And when Mother finally discovered it, she beat it to death with a cast iron skillet. She said there's only room in this house for one pussy. To this day, I still don't know what that meant.
I take Cosmos a little more seriously than the other girls. Maybe because this group is really all I have. Well, at the end of the day, Javelin gets to go home to her hordes and hordes of men. And Comet gets to go home to, well, her mother. But for me, I have nothing but an immaculate 10-bedroom mansion in Beverly Hills and only 2 manservants and a gardener to share it with. Javelin does this for the money. Yes. Comet does it for her mother. I do it because I don't really know what else to do. When I was a girl, I used to take my hairbrush and sing in front of the bathroom mirror. I always knew I had talent, but I never had an outlet. When I met Comet and Javelin, all that changed. Before them, I was the odd one. The one everybody picked on or made fun of or sexually assaulted in the back alley behind Denny's. Excuse me.
Oh.
Now, I'm the normal one. Hell, Javelin is getting inseminated with Jim Neighbor's seed. I'm not supposed to know that. And Comet, it's like a dildo. It's like a dildo rolling around in the backseat of a Toyota Tercel. Last week, we recorded something called a music video, which all of the kids are just evidently loving these things these days. There I was, in spandex from head to toe, running around with a medicine ball, pretending I was floating in the breeze. I swear I felt like a goddamn whore. But if it sells another 50,000 records, then so be it. The more people that hear our music, the more powerful Cosmos will become. And the more powerful Cosmos becomes, the more powerful I become. I can see myself a few years down the road hosting my own late-night talk show. Inviting all the big non-Jewish guests to come on and spill their guts. Just like Cosmos is doing right now. We just played Madison Square Garden, for God's sake. That's huge. I called my sisters earlier today to tell them about it. Anita was out, because Anita's always out. That girl's vagina's got more miles on it than Moses' sandals. Becky Grace answered the phone. Oh, God love her. She just hasn't been right since she got kicked in the head by that mule. There I was trying to tell her I was so excited we were playing Madison Square Garden, and all she wanted to talk about was how she had started cutting up all my old slippers for her fur pile. And that she didn't want to turn off the television because she was afraid she'd kill Alan Alda. These are the people I grew up with. Javelin, a money-hungry seed feeder. Comet, a brainless pair of premium titties. Anita, a slut with a capital fuck me. And Becky Grace. Poor, simple Becky Grace. Oh, I'm not saying Becky Grace is an idiot, but if you threw a boot at her face, she wouldn't duck. Anyway, that is my life. The life of Verna Gold Star Morona. The brains behind Cosmos.
Come in.
Big news, bitches.
For the last time, Chaz, we don't prefer the term bitches. It makes me feel dirty, like I'm all covered in javelin or something.
Jezebel!
You know I don't know what that means.
It's like 3 piranhas in a goddamn tank, 3 dogs in a goddamn cage, 3 pancakes on a goddamn plate.
Am I a piranha or a pancake?
No. Oh, Comet. You shine brighter than 1,000 suns, but you are dumber than hell. Shut the fuck up.
What's this big news you're talking about?
Oh, it's big. Rocky Mountain's big. Empire State Building big. Man on the 5th row big.
Oh, dear.
Oh, honey.
Now, don't go squirting in your sequins just yet. But seriously, I just got off the phone with the commissioner of the NFL.
Oh!
The National Football League.
Oh.
Yeah. Guess who he wants to perform the halftime show at this year's Super Bowl?
Oh, Billy Joel.
Cosmos.
Oh, my God.
Super Bowl.
I know, right? I nearly shat myself.
All my life I've wanted to perform at the Super Bowl. My dad would be so proud of me if he wasn't deader than hell.
Well, you get $2 million up front, minus my 10%. Then another $2 million after the event, again, minus my 10%. Plus, you get introduced to a whole new demographic of listeners.
Well, do you have any idea why the National Football League would want a female supergroup to play at the Super Bowl?
2 words, titties and ass.
Oh, that's 3 words. That's 3 words.
Honey, I'll explain it later. Why don't you finish painting your toenails?
Oh, okay. I don't know if I like the idea of millions of horny men objectifying me for my body. Makes me feel kind of cheap.
Honey, 4 million ain't cheap. I mean, you should be flattered. I mean, this is going to put Cosmos into the stratosphere. Hell, you're already the biggest group in the world, but this is going to make you invincible. Deadly. Stronger than 1,000 bulls pulling 1,000 tractors. Like Jesus.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Well, what do we need to do?
Do? Not a goddamn thing. You bitches are hotter than the cocaine shits.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you.
You just leave it all to Chazzy. I'm going to take such good care of you bitches, you'll be rubbing your cooters with $100 bills.
The Super Bowl.
I know. Let's try not to screw it up, shall we? Eat it, bitch.
Eat what?
And now, back to Jimmy Stewart and Kirk Cameron in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Gets Fucked by a Bunch of Guys.
I've learned you never leave your partner, especially in a fight.
And I've learned that when you sit down, you better sit down on a bag of ice, especially when you've been getting hammered in the ass for 6 hours. I still hear from you. You're nothing but a spider, a scurvy, sexy, brawny, son of a kitchen spider.
Did I scare you?
No, I was just watching the Discovery Channel.
Really? Anything good on?
Just something about penguins.
Penguins?
Yeah, penguins.
Well, let me see these penguins.
You look fierce.
How dare you mock my authority?
Spider. You'll drain the life out of me. No, but I will, you son of a bitch. I will.
Those were not penguins!
I know, Mom, they were men.
Those were not men. Jack, real men would never do something like that. Your father was a man. God rest his soul.
Daddy's not dead.
How dare you talk back to me now after I find you watching this smut?
It's not smut, it's educational.
You're getting your bachelor's in pervert. Jack, Jesus doesn't mess around with this sort of thing. He's a vengeful God.
I don't think it's Jesus who's vengeful.
I hope you're referring to me. Your mother. The woman who grew for 29.5 hours to bring you into this world. I spent 6 months I spent 6 days in the hospital. 6 hours in intensive care and 6 months getting off that baby weight.
Right. Mom, I have something to tell you.
Right, I mean, you know, you can tell me anything.
I'm gay.
It's so dead! Oh my God, no! Oh, it's a dream. A terrible, terrible dream. Oh my God, your father always said this would happen. I remember on his last show, his tour, he stopped and he told me, Amanda, Jack's queer. I didn't believe him. But now it's true. My only son is a my only son is a my only son is a faggot.
It's not the end of the world.
The end of the world would be a comfort right now.
I know you're not this upset about this.
How could you possibly know the inner workings of a mother's heart? A mother's heart is a complex and ever-changing...
Okay, enough! Mom, you used to tell me all the time about back when you were in those groups about the men and the women.
Well, I never would have told you about that if I knew you were going to use it as ammunition. Ammunition in your big gay arsenal. Well, those were different times back then. Ronald Reagan could still find his way home. I don't want my only son making the same mistakes his mother made.
I couldn't. The sight of a vagina makes me nauseous.
What would your father say?
Call him.
How dare you? He's living with Jesus.
He's living in Hawaii.
You know we don't say the H word around here, young man.
Besides, but Dad already knows.
What? You told him?
Yeah.
When?
9 years ago.
What did he say?
He said I told her so.
Which song?
Bridge over troubled water.
Sing that one.
The point is, everyone knows. Everyone knows. I mean, it's not like I've been keeping it a secret or anything. I mean, I kind of hope you figured out. It's completely obvious.
Maybe to a deviant. Not a strong Christian woman.
Did you ever wonder why I used to have the entire basketball team over here and I wasn't even on the team?
I thought you were the mascot.
That's one way of looking at it. What about the time you caught me in your room trying on all of those old dresses?
Well, I didn't think anything. They were gorgeous dresses.
Yeah, they were. So you're saying you never once thought I was gay?
You know what? We should pray.
Pray.
Yes, pray. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and if we pray hard enough, maybe He'll take away this sinful affliction.
I don't pray.
What? Why is that?
Well, praying would insinuate that I believe in God, which I of course don't. Mom, are you okay?
I don't know what happened. I was having this awful nightmare about sequins and elephants and something about you didn't believe in God.
It wasn't a dream. I don't believe in God.
And you're perfectly fine with burning in hell?
Well, I'm going to hell anyway for being gay, right?
Well, yes, of course, but that's not the point. Why compound the problem?
Okay, Mom, I need you to listen to me. Really, listen to me. Look, I'm gay. I've been this way for as long as I can remember, and the only reason I didn't tell you was because I knew you'd flip out. But I knew that no matter how loud you got, and how much you screamed and cried and dramatic you got, I knew at the end of the day I'd still have you. I'd still have a mother.
It was beautiful, Jack. Now let me tell you a story. Christmas. 1971. It's a little girl, Jack, and all I wanted in the whole wide world was a Betsy Wetsy doll. For an entire year, every day I wrote a letter to Santa Claus begging and pleading for a Betsy Wetsy doll. Whenever one of my parents would ask me what I wanted for Christmas, I'd say, I want a Betsy Wetsy doll. Well, Christmas finally came, and I'm so excited. I ran downstairs, and I found my gift, and I started tearing at that wrapping paper like there was no tomorrow. And when I got down past the booze and the packaging and the wrapping, when I finally got down to the bottom of the box, do you know what it is I found, Jack?
What?
A severed finger.
Oh my God.
So you do believe in him?
No. What does that even mean?
It means my father was a leper, Jack, a leper. You know what it's like to go to bed and not you're going to wake up with all your toes? Do you? Well, that's what you're going to become, a leper. And then you're going to get that gay disease.
What's gay disease?
Hemorrhoids.
So what you're saying is...
What I'm saying is, you're gay. All right, I'm just going to pretend that gay means athletic. So anytime you're going to be gay with someone, I'm just going to assume that you're going jogging.
It's not really the acceptance.
Well, that's all you're going to get right now. I need time to dwell on the preachings of Paul, pray for guidance, and take a few more sedatives. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Oh, Mom?
Yes, Jack?
I went jogging last night.
And friends lost
Mother, I have your sheet. Mother, I have your sheet.
Mother? Mother?
imagine my surprise when I woke up from this dream and realized it's not a dream at all. This is my living, breathing reality!
You're being dramatic, mother!
See, your skin shrivels up, your eyesight starts to fade, and your titties just shrivel like I just feel like parts of me can start falling off or something.
You are not a leper, mother.
Well, I might well be the way you've got me locked up in this crypt. The sunshine won't catch me on fire, I assure you.
You heard what Dr. Hatch said just as well as I did, Ted.
Ow!
Until your hip heals completely, you are not to step foot out of this room.
What if I crawl out? Oh, God, I would sell my soul right now for a cold beer.
Mother!
Stop treating me like a child, Dee. I devoted my entire life to making sure you had everything you needed. Specialists, brain doctors, more brain doctors. I did everything I could to smarten you up.
I think I turned out just fine.
Well, you did for a while. When you were singing and doing that show, you were just fine. But look at you now, working down at the Kmart. And not even bringing home enough to send me to my bingo meeting. Spending everything you make on those pads.
They're tampons, mother!
They're sinister, Dee.
I'm sorry if my hobby offends you, mother. That makes me happy.
Dee is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
Tampons make me feel more like a woman, mother. And the older I get, the more I need that reassurance. Besides, I have tampons from over 60 countries, an international portfolio of feminine hygiene products.
Hell, Dee, you have more hobbies than I have liver spots. Do you remember that time that you adopted that little jungle child? And you started sending 35 cents a month to that little blonde-headed woman on the TV?
I made a difference in that child's life. His name was Chitel, and he lived in the poorest villages like an old grass hut. What do you mean?
You forgot all about it. You stopped sending 35 cents a month because of those damn pads. And what happened to Chitel?
Nothing. He's fine.
Chitel is not fine. Chitel is dead.
No!
Chitel starved to death because you had sold a fancy pad than a postage stamp.
Stop it! Just stop it!
If your father could see you right now, he would beat you with a rake. His only child collecting tampons. And then sassing your mother.
I'm not sassing you, mother!
I sacrificed everything for you, Dee Dee. My looks, my profession. Everything I did for you. And this is the thanks I get. Buried alive in a double-wide coffin.
You are free to leave anytime you choose!
Oh, you would love that, wouldn't you? You'd break my hip again, and then you could keep me bottled up in here until the day I do leave this earth.
No, mother, I just want you to be happy.
Oh, really? Then shave. You have more whiskers than a cougar. You look more like a man than your father did. Oh, God, was he a tank.
Don't, mother, please don't do it.
He had the softest
Oh, God.
Oh, but when he would take
Oh!
oh,
No!
it's like running a steam engine. How dare you measure voice at me when I'm regaling you with kind remembrances of your dearly departed father.
Daddy was a drunk!
Only when he was drinking.
If you insist on continuing continue this line of conversation, I will be forced to say some things that both you and I will regret.
Dee Boone, is that a challenge?
No, Mother, I just want this conversation to end.
And I just wanted to adopt a child instead of having my own. But 3 highballs and a broken diaphragm later.
You say the most hurtful things.
Dee Dee, you drive me to it. You instigate me so.
Good night, Mother.
Oh, a man named Chaz called me.
What?
Chaz something. He said he needed to talk to you about a reunion show or something.
Chaz called me. Chaz!
Calm down. You're like a cat in heat, and God knows I remember how that feels.
A reunion show? You're sure that's what he said?
Was I just talking to myself? Yes, he said reunion show, and I told him that you were too busy down at the Kmart to have time to even think about something.
You did not tell him that!
I certainly did, Missy.
No.
I saw what that breakup and those evil-natured bitches did to you, and I am not about to let you go through that again. As horrible as it may seem, your place is down at the Kmart. Embrace who you are.
I embrace who I am every day, Mother. Checking out people who won't make as much in their entire lives as I used to make in a single day.
Those days are long gone, sugar.
But maybe they don't have to be. I've always thought that Cosmos hadn't quite run its course, that we still had so much to offer, and we still have a very supportive fan base.
In Iceland?
One city at a time, Mother. One city at a time.
Dee Dee, I know that I push you a little hard, and I have not always been as supportive as
You killed my cat with a skillet!
That cat always looked at me like it knew something I didn't. Anyway, where was I?
Reminding me of what a rotten mother you've always been.
Now listen, I know that I have not always been as supportive as I should have, but I love you now, and that's what matters. That group may have given you money and fame and self-confidence, but it did not prepare you for real life. It didn't prepare you for the real world. Dee Dee, it's time for you to grow up, be a woman, and stop all that singing and dancing. Are you listening to me, Dee Dee?
My name's not Dee Dee!
What?
My name is Comet.
Oh.
And I'm going to show you, Mother.
You're going to show me?
You'll see!
I'm sure I will. Chaz! Yes, or out of Boone here. I told you I would convince her. Yes, now Chaz, you said 10%, right? Oh, wonderful. And Chaz, have you ever had sex with a 70-year-old woman?
Breaking news from Los Angeles. Verna Gold Star Morona, 1/3 of the 80s supergroup Cosmos, was just in a terrible accident on her farm in rural Virginia. Sources close to the scene say Miss Morona has lost the use of her legs, but will survive after several painful rounds of surgery. When asked for a comment, her sister Becky Grace Morona said, "It was the same mule. It was the same mule."
In 1985, Cosmos was the most popular musical act in the entire world. They played to sold-out arenas and started more low-grade porn films than any other supergroup since Harlem. The brains behind Cosmos was Verna Gold Star Morona. Once she left the group, she joined forces with her 2 semi-equally talented sisters, Anita and Becky Grace, to form the hottest new supergroup to ever play Chubb's Highway Hacienda. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats and get ready to be taken by surprise by Fluid.
Anita!
You still won't pick up the pieces of what you've broken long ago.
crowd was responsive tonight. They really seemed to get into the second set more than the first. Other than that woman on the front row having that asthma attack, I think the night went rather well, don't you? Don't you? Becky Grace?
Yes, 13.
Have you taken your medication tonight?
Not yet.
No time like the present. You're starting to drift a little.
I just started thinking about when we were little girls, how we would always run and play in the haystacks and get messy with the hogs. And when I took a shower, I would kiss an imaginary bullfrog.
You never did that, Becky Grace.
We didn't?
Mm.
I see it so vividly in my mind. I can almost taste it, like a tomato.
Oh, take your damn medication before I roll over there and shove it down your throat.
Bye. Oh, it was nice to meet you too. Really, it was. Oh, here, I thought you might want that back.
You should have.
Hey, you set me up.
Yeah. Who was it this time? A roadie? A member of the audience?
No. His name was Pablo. He worked in the concession stand. I could see him eyeballing me from the back, making lascivious gestures with his hot dogs. I am telling you, there is nothing sexier than a man with good wind and control. It's true.
Between you, I swear, between you staring off at the Wiener Man and Becky Grace counting imaginary stars on stage, I am surprised we even function out there.
We were terrific.
Oh.
My solo in the second set had the whole front row in tears. I could just see the tragedy on their faces.
That was probably when Becky Grace took it upon herself to urinate into that Dixie cup.
I thought I was in the bathroom.
You think whatever you need to think, honey.
It's about damn time you got here.
It's called a slapjaw side saddle.
Oh!
What you do is you
I
say,
don't know. What's the story?
Comments ago.
What about Javelin?
I hadn't talked to her yet.
Oh, damn it, Chaz. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it only works if all three of us are present. Now, listen to me. We need Javelin. As much as I'd like to see her at the bottom of a pond, we need her.
Well, she ain't quite the way you remember her.
What do you mean?
Well, she sort of found Jesus after her son was born, kind of straightened out.
I guess when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. You said she has a kid?
Yep.
Huh. I guess she finally thawed out old Gomer's seed.
Well, you don't worry about her. I'll convince her. You three beautiful bitches just worry about the next few shows.
Oh, where are we tomorrow night?
Doolittle's Chicken and Dance.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Keep on trucking, bitches.
Hey, why don't we have nicknames?
What?
Nicknames. You're Gold Star and you've got Comet and Javelin. We're your sisters and we don't have nicknames.
So?
So we want nicknames, right, Becky Grace?
I can't find my thumbs.
A nickname isn't something you just get. You work for it. You earn it so that when you get it, it tastes that much sweeter.
And we haven't earned ours. We have been touring with you for 8 years. Bar after bar after club, and we don't deserve one.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple. Either we get nicknames or Fluid is done.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute, you son of a bitch.
Ow!
Either we get nicknames, Verna, or we walk.
Oh, no, you did not. Oh, you did Fine. have nicknames.
Good. What's mine?
Your nickname will be Hindenburg.
Hindenburg.
Yes, Hindenburg. You have a problem with that?
No.
Good.
What about Becky Grace?
Yes. What about Becky Grace?
Your nickname will be Sacagawea.
Like an astronaut.
Yes, like the astronaut.
Why Sacagawea?
Nicknames are random and come from the heart. You don't ask God why the sky's blue, do you?
All right, so we're Gold Star, Hindenburg, and Sacagawea.
That's right.
All right, I can live with that.
Help! My brain hurts.
Oh, baby. Honey, let go. Really, let go. You'll be better.
Ah! No!
So, if Javelin says yes and Cosmos gets back together, what happens to Fluid?
We take a break
For how long?
for as long as possible. I mean, for as long as we have to.
Well, should Becky Grace and I keep touring without you?
Oh, why, I think that would be just precious.
What do you think, Becky Grace? You think we can keep Fluid going without Verna?
The first thing I did when I woke up this morning was brush my teeth. It's strange because I don't remember the toothbrush dancing, but it did this morning. And when I was done, I threw it in the garbage because I thought I saw it watching me while I was changing clothes. I don't like things watching me like that. And I especially don't like pecan pie, all those nuts on top and all that mush underneath. Yuck. It reminds me of smoke and the kind of raisins you bury a shovel with. It just doesn't add up!
Dr. Morrison says that sometimes we just have to shock the sense back into it.
hurts!
Oh, Anita, you know Becky Grace does not feel pain like the rest of us.
Oh, Sacagawea! You sure are, honey! God damn that mule!
Oh, I can't.
Oh, why not?
I just can't.
Hurry up! She is getting dumber and dumber!
This is exactly the way that Cosmos ended. Oh.
With a taser gun!
Yes, with a taser gun.
My foot is on fire! Fuck! Oh no! My God! Ah! My favorite color is heaven! Ah! No! No! Ah! No! No! Ah! No!
You never told me that.
Anita, there's a lot you don't know about that night. Guns, cocaine.
And
It was horrible.
And you were wanting to go back to that? Now listen, if I'm banging a guy and the sex is only pretty good, which happens a good 65% of the time, I mean, I don't keep going back for pretty good sex. When you've had filet mignon, it's just awful hard to choose flank steak. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Oh, what were we talking about?
The night Cosmos broke up.
Right. Taser guns.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
You bitches are gonna be the end of it.
Cool it, Chaz.
Cool it. You know how much getting paid for this gig? Because it ain't chump change, it's real money. Robin Leach money.
What's the fucking problem?
The problem is you got 100,000 screaming fans out there demanding an encore. And you're sure shit gonna give it to them, even if it's just you three bitches playing leapfrog.
Oh.
You know who's in the audience tonight? Jan Michael Vincent.
Oh, wow.
Jan motherfucking Michael Vincent.
We've decided that we don't do encores anymore.
Who decided?
I did. It's beneath us.
Beneath you?
That's right.
Who do you bitches think you're fooling? I mean, your last album tanked. Ticket sales are way down. Hell, you're lucky they even want an encore. What? Or maybe you bitches ain't got nothing left.
Oh, fucking how dare you! You work for us. You do what we tell you to. You do what we tell you to. And when you no longer do what we tell you to do, your services are no longer required.
So
do you
here.
understand me?
Oh my God! Shannon! Oh my God, are you okay?
I have liquid fire inside me! Do you understand me? I'll unleash a barrel full of shit! Or the tornado full of hell!
Oh my God!
And you bitches are crass and juvenile!
That son of a bitch is gone!
Oh, calm down. We need his connection.
Calm down. You see what he just did to me?
Yes, he did what I've been wanting to do for 3 months now. Yes, I'm trying to start something.
Oh, girls, please, let's just calm down and think about something more fun. Oh, earlier today, I recorded a song with some trashy girl called Madonna.
But some trashy girl called Madonna.
The problem with you, Amanda, is that you seem to think you run this operation.
How dare you call me by my God-given name? I have worked too hard and too long to be Amanda Rainey.
If you leave this group, Cosmos is just fine.
Really?
Yes, really. But if I leave this group, there is no Cosmos.
Well, what if I leave the group?
Is that a promise?
Oh, I know you don't mean that.
The hell I don't.
Oh, look, girls, please, let's calm down. And we can go get it back to eat and yup. And then we can go back to the hotel. Oh, and we can watch Sophie's Choice.
I have food. I hate Sophie's Choice, and I hate you. I hate anyone who's so goddamn cheery all the time. Y'all kisses on your leg, you're smiling. You run over a little child, you're smiling. Give it a rest!
It does get a little old.
And you dress like a fucking Quaker.
That is it. Fuck you and fuck you and fuck this whole fucking group. I am trying to be nice and keep everything together, but you two glittered cunts insist on burning down everything the biggest thing is building up. So fuck you. I hope you both get eaten by wolves. And I have a dog. No! I'm not put the gun down. I've been doing cocaine since 6 o'clock this morning. And I will not put the gun down. Are you insane? Maybe I am. You're always talking about how stupid I am, but maybe I'm not stupid. Maybe I'm just crazy.
That's not in debate right now.
What was that?
If you don't put down that gun, you're gonna go to jail. You can't just fire a gun in a Budokan. It doesn't work that way.
This is not like you, Dee Dee.
My name's not Dee Dee. My name is Comet.
Your name's crazy, bitch. Now put the gun down.
Please, put it down.
As far as I'm concerned, Cosmos is finished.
Sounds good to me.
I don't want anything from either of you ever again.
I hope you get the cancer and die.
Keep it. I don't want anything. I never want to see either of you again. I never, ever want anything from either of you ever again. My cocaine! I will eat your fucking souls!
Welcome to CBGB's, motherfuckers. My name's Royce. Anybody got a cigarette? Tonight we got a special performance in line for you motherfuckers. Her name is Comet Kazi. Her name used to be Comet. She used to be a member of the 1980 supergroup Cosmos. Then the band broke up. Bitch started doing dubious amounts of cocaine. And now she wears a bunch of fucking black. This is off Comet Kazi's debut album, Greetings from the Dark Grotto. The name of this song is No Tomorrow After Today. So give a big CBGB's welcome to Comet Kazi. Woo!
Why is this world so cold? Who's turning up the air? I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. A man on the street asked me, "Hey buddy, why the long face? But where should I begin when it comes to the end of the human race? Because there's no tomorrow after today. There's no tomorrow after today. There's no tomorrow after today."
Is this thing on? Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. We are really fortunate to have a couple of classy ladies here tonight. I'm talking, of course, about Amanda Ramey and Diddy Boone. You might know them as Javelin and Comet from the 1980 supergroup Cosmos. Tonight, they will take the Grand Ole Opry stage and perform a song from their debut album of duets entitled Woodwind Summers. So without further ado, I give you Amanda Ramey and Diddy Boone singing songs from the heart, from them to you.
Country roses, blessed songs, mommy's here, daddy's gone. Broken promises didn't right, all the mean and hurtful things that made baby Jesus cry. Never did I love a man as much as you. I was your country angel and you were my worry too. We loved so hard and loved so long and loved into the night. Who'd have thought you'd fuck that slut and leave your kids and
And I said, "Darling, why are you a-crying?" And she said, "Mommy, where's my Diddy?" And I said, "Darling, your Diddy's gone. And he is never, ever, ever coming back again."
Country roses, blessed songs, mommy's here, daddy's gone. Broken promises didn't right, all the mean and hurtful things that made baby Jesus cry. Took 2 bottles of whiskey and a 2-bottle pill.
She did, she did too.
Eradicate that bloodlust when my strong desire
It was
killed.
powerful strong.
I took down your pictures, burned
And she said, Mommy, why are you a-crying? And I said, 'Cause, darling, I bit your ditty's balls off. But then I took you by the hand, and I bought you a brand new pony. And you never, ever, ever asked about your ditty's balls again.
Country roads, just classic songs. Mommy's here, Daddy's gone. Broken promises, gin and rye. All the mean and hurtful things that make baby Jesus cry.
Name and occupation.
Jason, dental hygienist.
Dental hygienist. Well, moving up in the world, I see.
I think it's love this time.
To you, love is 2 orgasms and a free dinner.
This coming from a 50-year-old virgin.
I have remained a virgin by choice, thank you very much. I am too selective to just mess around with anybody.
What about Chaz?
Chaz? God only knows where his dipstick's been.
You are going to go to the grave without ever knowing the many wonderful things that a man has to offer.
I lived without the sword. I'll die without it.
No! You sank my battleship.
Even Becky Grace has gotten laid. What? Right, Becky Grace?
I had sex with the plumber. He cleaned my pipe.
It's just such a special experience. I mean, I still remember my first time. It was right after the harvest dance. I was 14 years old. Tommy Malloy. He said he just wanted to talk to me, so he took me up to his grandfather's old barn, and we went upstairs, and he produced this bottle of Old Forester out from underneath the potato sacks, and there weren't no potatoes in any of those potato sacks. But anyway, we both had a couple of drinks and started to feel a little disoriented. The next thing I know, I was waking up with Tommy on top of me in mid-thrust.
So, what you're saying is, you were raped.
You do have an odd way of looking at things.
I remember my first time. I had sex with the plumber. His name was Joe. He made love for 9 hours. And then he had to go clog a drain. I never saw him again. But I think he stole my shadow. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, fuck. Fuck, yes, yes. Oh, 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 oh,
Can we please change the subject? My nerves are already frazzled enough without thinking about my lack of a sex life.
What's wrong?
Well, oh,
Anybody seen my chinchilla? I'm serious. Any of you bitches seen my goddamn chinchilla? Hello, people? All right, then, fuck you.
The latest report from Chinchilla Boy is not a good one. Javelin does not seem to be interested in a reunion.
So I'll take her place.
No, it doesn't work like that. It only works if all three of us are there. No javelin, no reunion.
She was the weakest of you three anyways.
Well.
I thought she smelled like burning flesh.
Well, be that as it may, she was 1/3 of Cosmos. It's like trying to reunite Peter, Paul, and Mary without Paul. I'm sure the group would be better off in the long run. But how do you tell all the fans?
Forget Cosmos. Think fluid. Now, we may not be as successful as Cosmos, but we work just as hard. And besides, me and Becky Grace just don't have all that much else going for us.
Speak for yourself, bitch.
Sure, I could find some man to take care of me, and Becky Grace is going to have a big old time in that funny farm. But we wouldn't be singing and dancing and doing what we love. And besides, we're your sisters, not them.
Well, they do say blood is thicker than water.
Paste is thicker than orange juice.
It sure is, Becky Grace. It sure is.
All right, all right. No matter what happens with the reunion, Fluid will stay together.
Oh, good.
You know what? I bet I can convince Chaz to let us open the show.
Oh! Oh, the Madison Square Garden?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, no, I can just see it now. All those people and all those vendors in the back with their nachos and their hot dogs and their beautiful leer and eyeballs.
Nachos taste like gravy.
Anita, don't go getting your hopes up.
Oh.
The whole thing depends on whether or not Javelin says yes.
I got a feeling things are going to start looking up for the Morona sisters. I mean, we've been dealt so many blows in the past. Most of them from that goddamn demon mule from hell. Surely the sun's got to shine eventually.
Oh, I hope so. It sure would be nice to hear the cheering of those hundreds of thousands of fans again. It's like heroin. Nothing in the world feels quite like it.
Almost nothing.
God bless us, everyone.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean. The water that you and I drink, it's Mother Nature approved, then it's safe on your colored fabrics. Use it on carpets. OxyClean seeks out organic stains. Pet stains, food stains, they get down into the matting, into the padding. It even takes red wine and grape juice out of white carpeting. It cleans, it brightens, it all of the same. Just get it clean, get it OxyClean.
You are blocking my view of the television. Get out of the way!
Sorry, Mother.
It looks like these years of childish poverty would have partially decreased the size of your ever-expanding ass.
Thank you, Mother. Nothing.
You'll spend one day in hell for every lie you tell, Diddy Boo. What's wrong?
Yeah, there isn't going to be a reunion.
What do you mean there's not going to be a reunion? What did you do?
Nothing. Javelin said no, said she wouldn't do it.
Oh, just like, that's it, just like that.
Just like that.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, I'm going to pick up this extra shift and go see if they need any part-time help down at the Huddle House. Yes, Mother, I'm just going to quit.
I did not raise you to be a quitter.
What about that time I told you I didn't want to play softball anymore because it made my ankles hurt and you told me just to stop showing up?
Oh, sugar, that's altogether a different thing. Ankles are a girl's most necessary body part. Honey, you mess up your ankles, you might as well hang yourself.
Listen, there is nothing I can do about it. Javelin is going to do what Javelin wants to do. Besides, I have everything I need at the big cave. Please, Mother, this is bad enough without your miseries.
I saw the look in your eye the other day when I told you about that Chaz fellow calling. Honey, you have not looked that happy in years. Hell, you would have thought an angel flew down from heaven and crapped out a bar of gold.
Well, that was then. This is Tuesday. I'm sorry, cigarettes can only be purchased on lane 14 with the managerial key. Yes, ma'am, we do have that special on Rodney paper towels on aisle 6. No, ma'am, you can't just squeeze the preparation H out onto the floor and then just wriggle at it up.
All right. Oh, get up. Just look at yourself. You are a pitiful excuse for a woman. Maybe you have had to overcome so much in your life. Your lack of beauty, your lack of brains, your vestigial tail. This is your chance to do something special with your life again. A second chance. Not everybody has a chance to do something again. If I had a second chance, I would not have chased that Pomeranian, and then I wouldn't have broken my hip. And I damn sure wouldn't have drank that bottle of tequila, and then maybe your sister wouldn't have fallen down that well.
What sister?
That's not important. What is important is that I don't get many chances to pull for you, but this is a chance. Now listen, do not deny me the one chance I have to be proud of my daughter.
Well, what should I do?
Whatever it takes, Dee. If you have to and beg her to do that reunion show, that's what you... Our family is not above begging.
No.
You remember we took that trip out west when you were about 6? You remember?
Oh, yeah.
We ran into that caravan of gypsies in the desert, remember? Remember how we begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded for them to take you with them? And they refused. Hell, not even the gypsies wanted you. Oh, wait. Where was I?
Making me feel better. And you won't be disappointed in me.
Dee, look at me, honey. I could not possibly be more disappointed in you than I have been for the last 50 years of your life. Now look, you go find Javelin.
Okay.
Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. All of the things I have to do for that child. Chaz or Ida Boone, you owe me double for what I had to do tonight. Let me tell you something. You double-cross me, and I will pour gasoline on your face and set you on fire. She is on her way over there right now. What? Well, I don't know. It depends. How limber are you?
Just like you fuck the people of back then. I used to have a
Dear God, me, Amanda Javelin Ramey, 1/3 of the 1980 supergroup Cosmos. Guide and direct me, Lord. Jack continues to live in sin despite my constant threats to send him to that ex-gay ministry in Cleveland. Continues to piss all over your holy word, one back alley blindside at a time. This new person that he's seeing, well, let's just say he's not what I had intended for my precious little angel. Oh, and I spoke to his father the other day, whom I had presumed dead for many years, and he told me that we should love and respect him just the same as if he didn't enjoy the wrongful touches of a homosexual sinner. And then there's this whole reunion thing clawing at my spine along with that damn scoliosis. I turned away from that lifestyle, Lord, to follow your teachings, I just don't know if I can go back on stage without a cup full of Coke coursing through my body. Guide me, Lord. And please help eradicate the Mormons. Amen.
Mom, we're here.
Oh, well, hello, Jack.
Mom, this is Christian.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Javelin.
That's my stage name. My name is Amanda. You can call me Mrs. Ramey.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Ramey.
Mom, are you okay? You're acting weird.
I don't recall you mentioning that Christian was black.
It's because I didn't.
Well, don't you think that's something you should have told me? Something I might have deserved to know?
No, he's standing right here.
Hi. You're black. You noticed. How's that working out for you?
Fine. How's it working out being a bitch? Hey, we do not use that language in here. That may be all right for the Steve Harvey show, but not this house. Yeah, maybe you should go. Back to your gay bars, your cocktail socials, your Meryl Streep-themed movie nights, and take your ebony-skinned partner in sin with you. I mean, how many times can you watch Imitation of Life, really?
I'm sorry, me.
I spoke with your father. He thinks you're sick in the head, just like that poodle we had to put down because he would not stop shitting.
That's fine with it.
Don't you think I might have a little more insight into the workings of the mind of your father?
You didn't even have sex with him. He donated his sperm.
I did not raise you to speak like that.
Sperm.
Stop it.
Sperm,
Stop
sperm,
it, Jack. Keep your sperm to yourself.
You were fine with this 2 days ago. What's changed?
Everything. First I find out my only son is a homosexual. Then I find out the band wants to get back together, and I don't think I have the courage to face him. Then you bring this African American here without letting me consult my Ebonics for Dummies, and I'm going their menopause.
Mrs. Ramey.
Please leave me be. I'm in utter shambles. I'm catastrophe.
Mrs. Ramey. When I was 5 years old, it would always take me forever to fall asleep. I tried everything. More milk, my mother reading me a bedtime story, nothing worked. Then one day, my mother purchased a copy of one of your last albums, Queens of the Cosmos. She would put it on right as I was about to go to sleep, and I would instantly fall asleep. By the time I was 6, I knew every word to every song you ever performed. I would sing them at talent shows at school and in the shower. And I even had your poster right above my desk.
Just mine or the group?
Just yours. You helped me through some very, very awkward times in my life. And I just owe so much to all 3 of you. Anytime I would come home from school feeling worn down or worthless, I would just put on a copy of one of your albums and everything would be okay. I owe so much to all 3 of you. Gold Star, Comet, and especially you, Javelin. You want more?
Yes, please.
You smell good too.
Oh! Is all of that true?
Every word.
Oh, thank you, Christian. That means so much to me.
Mrs. Ramey, I love your son. I'm sorry. I love Jack, Mrs. Ramey.
Please, call me Amanda.
Do you mind if I call you Javelin?
Oh, sure.
Christian.
Wonderful. So what should we have for dinner tonight? Fried chicken and Kool-Aid, perhaps?
Oh.
I'm not a racist. I'm really just that ignorant.
It's fine. I'm really sorry.
Oh, Jim. I think we did quite well after all. Hello? Oh, hello, Chaz. Yes. Yes, I've had a chance to look over the proposal, and, well, the answer is yes.
No.
Yes, I understand. Well, of course. Oh, I'm going to have to call you back, Chaz. There's someone at the door. Who the fuck could that be?
Javelin.
Comment.
You're looking lovely.
I could say the same about you. I won't. I could, but I won't. Would you like to come in?
That would be delightful. I think you should do it.
I am doing it.
Because I think it would be a second chance for something. What did you say?
I am doing it. I just got off the phone with Charles.
What changed your mind?
Oh, I don't know. Young love.
So you haven't forgotten it. I know I haven't. It's all I thought about for 22 years.
That was an accident comment. That never should have happened.
But it did.
You were feeble-minded. I took advantage of you.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
I was all hopped up. I had just done a cocaine enema.
You looked as much as I did.
You were wearing that sequin gown. It was vexing.
It was your own carnal desire.
It was a quart of rum and enough blood to kill an elephant.
I've never told anyone.
Neither have I.
I've missed you so much.
Oh, my. Jesus is watching. Jesus is watching. Oh, call me Calvin.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh, we were just practicing our choreography.
Right,
Union
censorship,
shit.
censorship, censorship.
You were practicing on the couch?
Yes.
Bullshit.
We don't use that language in here, young man.
Cosmos are lesbians.
No, we are not. We are not lesbians.
I am.
Well, I certainly am not. I'm as straight as they come. You just ask your father.
I will. Operator? Jim Neighbors, please.
Is that Jim Neighbors?
Hey, Dad. Hey, quick question for you. Is Mom a lesbian? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. Is Mom a lesbian?
Shazam.
All right. All right. Occasionally, I do enjoy the company of women. Once in a blue moon. You know, I've only ever been with one woman.
Me too.
I guess this means we have to tell Gold Star.
I guess so.
Do you want to come help me pack?
Sure.
Oh, Jack?
Yeah.
We're going jogging. Chickens in the fridge.
person. But really, what's changed?
You can't walk.
I know that. But really, what's changed?
You're 50.
So you shut the hell up, please.
Verna? Oh, no. I got something to ask you.
You've never called me Verna before.
Do you know why I've stuck by Cosmos all these years? Why I've stuck by you all these years?
I assume it has something to do with the paycheck.
Partly, yes. I do love gold chains and wicker. No, the real reason is because I love spending time with you.
Chaz, are you high?
Love, perhaps.
Are you trying to say that you're in love with me?
You are as perceptive as you are crippled, my sweet.
I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say a damn thing. My love will speak for the both of us.
Girl, you're looking fine, and every guy has got you in his side. What you're doing with a clown like me is surely one life's little Mr. B. So tonight, the stars above, ever win your love. What did I do? What did I say to turn your angel eyes my way?
Chaz, where the hell are you taking me?
Anywhere you want to go.
How about the back stall of the women's bathroom?
Sounds like a dream. And Verna, I hope one day you can look back at all this and say, I used to be married to him.
She's an unsolved mystery.
Let's check the stage area.
Oh, look, a Dixie cup.
Becky Grace?
I can't believe after all these years, Cosmo's going to finally be returning to the stage.
I know, it's like it was meant to be or something fake.
I couldn't be happier that I have the woman I love to share it all with. The fame, the glory.
The money.
Oh, yes, that too.
Well, don't you think we should rehearse or something?
Well, not without gold.
Well, where could she be?
I don't know.
Hello? Yes, this is she. But when? Yeah. I understand. Thank you.
What's wrong?
She died this morning.
Oh, no, comment. What happened?
A heart attack just like that and then boom. Gone.
Oh, yes. Oh, darling.
What is this?
surprised?
Do I look surprised?
You knew!
Oh, my daddy always had this saying, sugar. A mother always knows when her daughter is a big old flaming bull dyke.
He did always say that.
What about your hip?
Oh, it never was as bad as I made out. Deep down, I just enjoy spending time with my daughter. My poor, naive, mentally defective.
Hey.
Bless his heart.
Oh, are those for me?
No! They're for Gold Star. Where is she?
We don't know.
Oh. Well, yeah, you can have them.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Okay, now, are they queer?
Those two, oh yeah, that's football bats.
So, how many people are out there?
Good number.
And how many, Jack? Come on.
A few.
I need numbers. Come on.
Like 20 or so.
Ah! Well, I'm still thrilled. Go, son. You can walk.
My love healed her disability. Actually, I probably just jawed something loose, but what the hell?
He was running his hands along my thighs, and all of a sudden I could feel it. Like a cheese grater running over a cheese grater at home.
It's been a long time.
It has. You girls look sufficient.
Oh, you too. Sort of.
So what have you two been doing, huh?
Well, we were just doing some sound work.
Everyone, I have an announcement to make. Verna, Gold Star Morona, and I are going to be married. Yeah, we have just spent the last 10 minutes making sweet, passionate love on an American Standard toilet. And I want to spend the rest of my life with this woman.
Cocaine free.
Slow the fuck down.
If you two are happy, we're happy for you.
Here, here. Then don't you think we better get out there and rehearse or something?
We never used to rehearse before.
Well, we're not 25 anymore.
And who would want to be? Young people suck! Yeah! Now let's get out there and do this thing.
Good idea. Let's meet on stage in 5.
Excellent idea.
I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
You bitches!
There once was a man from Madras whose balls were made of fine brass. In stormy weather, they both clung together, and sparks shot out of his ass. And Walter Cronkite was the greatest broadcast journalist in history.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madison Square Garden. We are thrilled to bring you a special evening of reunion performances brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, the State of Ohio, and Trojan Prophylactics. Our headliners for the evening are general public. Before then, you can catch a riveting performance from Katrina and the Waves. But first, they were the most popular supergroup in the 1980s, until sex and cocaine tore them apart. Reunited for the first time in over 2 decades, accompanied by Eric Clapton on guitar and Billy Newman on keys. Ladies and gentlemen, Cosmos!
I see the window started foggy. I see the windows studded foggy.